Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on gym creeps because they exist and they need to stop. Like, if you're going to go to a gym to work out, work out. But if you're going to go to a gym to creep, bruh, it's called the internet. Go on there. There is literally websites that you can go to see all the fantasies that you need to see and stuff. But man, it's crazy. Like, it's just it's one of those things where like you don't understand. I more so don't understand it for one reason. It's because you're paying for a monthly membership just to stare at women. And my thing is this, like, I don't condone it. I don't. First off, all right, like, I feel like if we're going to talk on, like, staring at an individual that you are attracted to, there needs to be a time limit, okay? It shouldn't get to a point where you are creeping on this person. No, there should be a time limit. If you are attracted to a person or you see an attractive person, you look at them for about, like, maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds the most, and you go on about your business. Do not creep on them unless you plan on approaching this individual and asking them about, like, their personal life to see if they in a relationship, if they looking into dating, hanging out, going getting something to eat or something to drink or whatever. Like, that's what that needs to lead to. But it should never ever be a situation where this individual catches you staring at them unless they're into that type of stuff. But I guarantee and I promise you there's a good, like, 99% chance that I don't like being stared at. Like, the times I think of when people have stared at me in public, I'm like, what are you staring at? I get to staring back at them and I'm like, I'm taking my headphones off, I'm looking at them, I'm like, what do you want from me? Like, my thing is, and it's more so because it's just, paranoia. Like, I really don't know what this person got going on. So yeah, it gets to me. I'm like, hey, what you staring at? Like, what you got going on where you feel like you need to stare at me, So, no, man, like, the one time I do remember, though, somebody was staring at me, and they were more so staring at my shoes, but I caught them, though, alright? I caught them, and the thing is like, hey, look, like, if you want to compliment me on my shoes, like, it's cool, you tap me on the shoulder, point, that's cool. This woman, and the thing is this, like, she had a cool vibe about her, she had a really cool vibe about her, but it's just how she approached me, it was like, I had to, so anyways, story time. So, I'm in Starbucks. This was back when I was working in Seattle, but I'm in Starbucks. And it was like every morning I would go to Starbucks, get me a bacon and egg sandwich. And then go to this corner store, get me a protein shake, go on to work, eat my breakfast. I was chill. So anyways, on my morning routine in Starbucks, chilling, waiting for them to make my sandwich and stuff. And I'm listening to my music. Like, that's one thing about me. It's like, I think at that time being, I had like over the ear headphones. Because I don't think I didn't start buying earbuds until after, like, during the pandemic and stuff. So anyways, had my over the ear headphones, listening to my music, chilling, all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, in the corner of my eye, I can feel like somebody staring at me and stuff. So anyways, I go and I look over. It's this woman. I feel like I have like a good, like, sense of, like, when I feel somebody staring at me. I feel like it's a working sense that I have and stuff. So anyways, so I'm looking over at her and stuff, and I took my headphones off because I'm like, no, a conversation is gonna happen now. Because I'm like, I ain't caught you staring at me. A conversation is gonna happen, and I guess, like, because she seemed like, she was not so much as, like, frightened, but she was more so, like, worried, I guess, like, at the fact that she got caught staring at me. I don't know, because she was pleading her case and stuff, she made sure of it. She brought up my shoes and all that stuff. Thing is this, though, I'm like, I'm starting to think about it now. I'm like, what if she's, like, what if she wasn't even married? Because, no, this is what the conversation was. So I took my headphones off and I'm looking at her, and she was just like, no, I was just admiring your shoes. Now, mind you, she said she was admiring my shoes. But then all of a sudden changed up her story to saying where her husband was really in the shoes. Which one is it? All right, random Starbucks lady, are you admiring my shoes or is your husband? So she ended up taking a picture of my shoe and stuff. And I'm like, hey, yo, what if this woman just had like a weird foot fetish? Like she seen me, was all like, hey, he looks like the type of person that got like crusty toes and stuff. He seems like he takes good care of himself, which I do. Like the only time my toe like is when I'm like ashy and things. Like my body, it can, I can, it's not like a whole lot of ash, but it's like if a mini mountain had blew up and I was standing next to it or something, like that amount of, like that level of like ash and things, like not something that's gonna cover my body, but it's gonna like, you know, if my knees and elbows are in the, you know, in play and stuff, oh yeah, it's like, you know, it's definitely going to change colors and things. Those parts of my body, yeah, they're white. All right, so I guess in a way I could be considered mixed. Anyways, moving on. So, but no, like I caught her staring, and then then that was the conversation and all that. And I was, you know, like went on about my business. But I'm like, fam, like she could have like that picture. Or what if this was like a stalker, bro? Like I got all these paranoid thoughts going through my head. I feel like I'm gonna publish this episode and then I'm just gonna get some anonymous account all like, hey, I was that lady staring at you in Starbucks. And I just wanted to say like I'm your biggest fan. I didn't know how to approach you. But she like sends me a tour of her whole apartment and it's just nothing but pictures of me, like thumbnails of my videos, posts from Instagram. Like she's finding, she was like, oh yeah, I've been a fan of you ever since 2015 when you started posting videos on this day at this time. And I'm like, fam, thank you, but that's weird. Like, and the crazy thing is, like, jokes aside though, like I know that lady, she overall was just probably, you know, doing that for her husband, because overall, like the original story, you know, her and her husband is most likely in the shoes and stuff. But no, like there are people out there like that. Like if we're just to overall kind of like step out of like the original topic of this episode, like gym creeps. There are other creeps out there and stuff. I feel like this episode should just be about people creeping. Yeah, I think that's because there's you can't just even talk, because I'm like, bruh, whoever it is that's creeping at gyms overall be creeping outside of gyms. So that's the crazy thing about it, is like you're not safe anywhere, because I'm like, you can be, I just have seen like situations, a lot of situations go down in gyms where like dudes is just creeping. Like there is this one video I'll never forget, because I'm like, fam, if the girl is not bothered with you, she's ignoring you, fam. Like she is ignoring you. You gotta move on, okay? But do not be in that category of being creepy and then getting kicked out of a gym because you done creeped everybody in there out and stuff. But no, so anyways, there's this video, girls minding her own business, working out, not talking, you know, to anybody and stuff. She's just in her own little world working out, right? So anyways, guy comes up, he's trying to engage in a conversation with her. I think at first she was talkative, but then she kind of like picked up a vibe and then was like, okay, like I'm going over here now, like leave me alone and stuff, just trying to work out. So she's listening to her music. That's one thing where I'm like, look, because every time when I go out in public, I'm always listening to my music. I don't like when, like, the thing is, you know, when people, when they do engage in a conversation with me, I'll take my headphones off and hear what they have to say and stuff. But for the most part, I'm listening to my music, all right? You know, like, I know there's going to be people out there that's still going to disturb me when I am listening to my music. But no, like, I feel like that there are some out there, if they see me listening to my music, they're all like, oh no, I'm gonna leave that man alone. So anyways, she's listening to her music, minding her own business. Dude comes back over, still creeping on her and stuff. And the part that tripped me out was that he got into her personal space. Like, he got into her ear as she has her earbuds on, got into her ear and was still trying to tell her stuff. So yeah, she got loud, and I'm like, hey, kudos to you, girl, because I'm like, nah, I'm saying if that had been me, I no doubt about it would have tried to fight dude. I'm like, no, you need to back up. You go far over there. Do not get in my personal space like that again, all right? I will show you true legitimate fear, bro. Do not get in my face like that again. Like, he was on the side. I wish, like, if I ever do like a video where I talk on, like, I think I might do that for my workout channel, talk on, like, you know, stop creeping in the gym and stuff, and then like show a demonstration of how that guy was acting, because man, like, put your face like up to your wall. Like, don't have it where your face touches your wall, but put your face as close as possible to your wall, okay, without touching it. That's how that dude was in that girl's ear. And I'm like, homie, she doesn't want to be bothered with you. Leave her alone, bruh. But man, it's just, there's guys out there. See, the thing is this, because I feel like, talking on my personal life, I feel like I've been rejected enough to just be all like, hey, you know what? I'm not even out here trying to find the love of my life. Like, if I go out in public, I'm out just trying to do my thing only. If a girl approaches me, wanting to have like some sort of obviously being friends and then leading into a relationship. Like, if she is attracted to me and stuff, then yeah, obviously I'm gonna pursue. I'm gonna be like, hey, she attracted to me, I'm attracted to her. That sounds like a relationship and stuff. But overall, though, like, if I do go out in public and I see an attractive girl, like I said, like 2-3 seconds stare, look, and then go on about my business and stuff, and just be all like, dang, she's attractive, but I'm still, trying to go out and buy a video game, buy some shoes, freaking buy some more Adidas pants, go out and just, exercise or whatever and things, but overall, at the end of the day, I'm like, it's when it just gets to the creepy part, like, creepy, and I know people are probably wondering, like, well, define, like, what is creepy? Well, that gym interaction, that's one, but, like, staring for a long period of time, like, if you're overall, like, if you're looking at somebody, you're not engaging in no conversation with them, you're just staring at them, following them, stalking them, what are some other, weird things and stuff, like, and the thing is this, I don't think that there's not one person in this world that doesn't recognize when they're being weird. Like, when it's funny because, like, there's been times where I have talked with people, right? And they're, like, not even so much as just being creepy, but just, like, them being them. And them being them is just weird. Now, they might not have had a lot of people correct them on their weirdness, but I honestly do believe a person knows when they're being weird. Like, there's at times where I'm like, if I'm making me something to eat and I'm just being weird. Like, I recognize that I'm being weird, but that's the thing though. I'm in the comfort of my own home, right? I'm allowed to be weird in the comfort of my own home. If I want to do some old weird little dance, look in a glass somewhere in my house, just being weird, I'm in the comfort of my own home. I can do that, right? But if you go out in public and you do some stuff like that, you either just have a super chill personality or you're a crackhead. One of the two. But overall, though, like, yeah, there are at times, though, where it's like, there's people out there they got a chill personality. But, no, there's people out there where it's just, they're just weird. Like, they on some, like, legitimate crackhead behavior and stuff. And it ain't even like the good crackhead behavior. It's like something is wrong with you. Like, but I mean, that's the, I guess, like, with the, crackhead behavior that I can accept. Like, you do say those words, but, like, you mean it, though. Like, when it's somebody that is truly being weird, like, you mean it that they need help and stuff. But no, it's like they know that they're being weird, but I feel like, I don't know, like, I don't even think that they're thinking that it's too late for them. They accepted the fact that they are weird, and then overall, like, they're gonna wait until, like, something crazy happens to them, and then that's when they're gonna stop being weird. And I'm like, no, it shouldn't be when something crazy happens to you. It's when you recognize that you are being weird, and everybody recognizes it as something. You might have, like, your little pleasure of enjoyment, whatever you want to call it and stuff, but at some point in time, and hopefully this is your wake-up call listening to this podcast episode, you recognize that you are being weird. It's like, fam, stop it. Like, oh my, bruh. Like, even like with me and content creating, because even on the internet, I know people are like, well, can you be weird on the internet or be creepy on the internet? Yes. Like, you can very well be weird and creepy on the internet. Like, it wasn't too long ago when I was talking about the dude that was joining my Twitch streams, like, saying some of the most weirdest, off the wall things, and it's like, homie, have you seen anybody else on Twitch talk like how you talk? No? Okay, bruh, if somebody calls you out on it, don't try to defend it and make it seem like that's normal. Because I guarantee and I promise you, you have not approached some random person in the street and you start asking about their living conditions. Oh my god, like this guy, I remember, because I did post like a screenshots of like some of the messages that he left, but he had disabled the account because he knew that he was saying weird stuff. He recognized that he was being weird. And yeah, even still to this day, he's weird. So he's just one of those people where it's, well, the group that he came from, it was this like hate group that I was dealing with on YouTube. So it's, yeah, he doesn't care that he's being weird and stuff. But no, like, I remember when I was going back, because there were some things I had forgot that he had said, and then when I went back to expose him, because no, I just felt like overall, I'm like, nah, bro, I don't trust the fact of you even talking to my friends. If you're being weird in my streams, I can only imagine, like, you thinking you building some relationship with them, and then eventually you start being weird in their streams and stuff, and I'm like, nah, I'm not with that. So, but anyways, no, he was asking, I remember he was asking me about like my living conditions, how many people I'm living in the house with, do I have any weapons, like as if he is going to come to my house or something. It's like, why are you asking me this? Like, who asked? Because the times where I've joined people's like Twitch streams and stuff, and it can even be on some stuff where it's like they can say in the title, I live in Seattle, I live in Washington State. My thing is this, I'm not going to ask, oh, what house do you live in? I'm going to ask them, what city do they live in? Do you like that city? All right. But I'm not going to ask, oh, how many windows do your house have? Which window do you have open? He wasn't asking me, but I'm just saying as an example and stuff. But it's things like that where it's like, what are some other weird stuff he was saying in my streams? But he was being racist and stuff, and then just overall being toxic and things about his friends and to my friends too, excuse me, and yeah, overall I was like, I just wasn't with that, so eventually I did ban him, but yeah, now he's like feeling like, oh, I need to follow all of TMossBoss's friends and stuff and start joining their streams, and eventually, my thing is this, because I already had made it up in my mind. I'm like, hey, I warned these guys. If they still want to, I'm not going to hold their hands. So if some stuff goes down, bruh, that's on them. I'm like, but I can't be there to be holding people's hands. I'm like, we all adults in this situation. And my thing is this, if an adult, all right, I'm just going to end it off after this. But if another adult, right, is warning you about like the weirdness and the creepiness of whoever it is that they're talking about, right? They're warning you about this person, At the end of the day, yes, you 100% have a choice on whether you want to keep continuing communications with this person and stuff. But if you can even recognize it themselves, that something ain't right upstairs with them, fam, you gonna have to either correct them yourself, or you're just gonna have to like abandon ship with that person. Because no, I'm saying, like, there's at times where there's people out there, yeah, they're weird, they're creepy, and it would take somebody, like, if the thing is this, and then talking to like the weirdos and the creepies and stuff, if you have somebody talking to you about like your behavior and you still continue on with your behavior, fam, recognize that you ain't gonna have nobody close in your personal life and things. You're gonna have a lot of people like walking out of your life because you understand that something wrong with you, right? And you still ain't gonna want to change. It's like, bro, like, honestly, when you look at like them TV shows like 600-Pound Life, Intervention, My Strange Addiction, what are some other shows on there where Hoarders or in Hoarding Buried Alive, because they got like two different versions of the same like genre and stuff. It's weird, but anyways. But no, so overall though, like all those shows where it's like, okay, Hoarders and Hoarding Buried Alive, where there's people, they want to continue keeping all of this junk. They don't have no necessarily reason of keeping dead possums, freaking, well, no, the possum was alive, but like dead cats, a rock, freaking trash from like 1980 something or 1990 something, and they're coming up with all of these reasons and excuses. They know something is wrong, because that's why they're on the TV show in the first place. If they knew nothing wasn't wrong, they wouldn't even contacted that TV show. They wouldn't be in those if there wasn't nothing wrong with like those hoarders or hoarding buried alive people and stuff, they wouldn't have the city telling them, hey, you need to clean up your house. No, they would just be living like, however they're living in that hoarder life and stuff, doing perfectly fine. My Strange Addiction, they wouldn't be on that TV show, underneath cars, kissing it, growing out their nails, trying to play bowling and all this other stuff. You're having people looking at them. One guy married a Macy's mannequin, another woman is eating her husband's ashes and stuff. What was the one? I think one woman was drinking gasoline, another one was sniffing pine saw. You have people watching those episodes looking at you all the same way. They're either laughing or they feel extremely bad for you, alright? But if you end up on a TV show like that, fam, something ain't right. My 600-pound life. People be up on there 600, 700, 800, 900. I think one lady was 1,000 pounds. 1,000 pounds. The thing is this. If you look up one morning, right? You look up one morning, you have a bed, like this big old giant, humongous, like probably 2 beds put together, right? Or just one big giant king size bed, right? You are this huge, okay? Like, sorry for my, my words and stuff, how I'm wording it, but you are this huge person. You can't get out the bed. It hurts to get out the bed. You can't walk to the bathroom. You eat 15 plates of food like it's normal. Bruh, and you got that one, the Dr. Now telling you, hey, if you don't stop, you're gonna die. Fam, if you should recognize in that situation, that time and place, where something ain't right. Something is not right at all, alright? What are some other shows that I had named off and things? But overall, though, I think people overall got my, pretty much what I'm the motivation that I'm trying to put into y'all, Long story short, stop being weird, okay? Like, stop being creepy, whatever it is, just stop it, okay? Like, it ain't that hard. You can work on it. Stop trying to say, oh, I can't. Like, don't be a I can't person, all right? Just do it, okay? So stop, all right? It ain't that hard, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. And we'll knock $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.